Hi, Sue here from Mystic Matters. Thank you very much for joining me. If you've been drawn to this particular video, then this is what you need to know. I use the Mythic Tarot, and they're based on Greek mythology. Okay, so we're starting off here. You're in a situation of it's quite an emotional time for you here. It's a bit of a battle with the ego and the emotions. So you could be going through battles with someone else, or situations around you are fraught with anxiety, and it's causing you to be extremely emotional about them. You have achieved an awful lot, whether it be to do with business and to do with family, and could be the case that this is where the emotions are tied to, about maybe business. Is your business doing okay, or is your family doing okay? But there's a lot of emotion going on here. You're needing to keep a well-balanced thought and judgment. So there could be some legal stuff coming up, whether you've got to look at crossing the T's and dotting the I's. And if you are highly emotional about this particular situation, which appears to be the case, then it could be advisable to have someone with you that can look at it more dispassionately, who hasn't got an emotional or anything invested in the situation, so they can help you with their cool head. It is a time of a lot of confusion. You're not knowing exactly where you're going. Could be a boat on the ocean, no oars, but it's not always a bad thing, confusion, because we often get led to where we should be rather than where we think we want to be. Starting to think in a new way, a new independent way of thinking. But it's also important not to tell everybody our business, keep our own counsel, only tell the people that need to know, or people that will support us, but don't go around just telling everybody everything. And follow your intuition, let that guide you. It might take you to some unexpected places, but this isn't a time when you can really rely on a kind of a concrete path ahead of you. It's like jumping from one stepping stone to another, and it keeps changing directions. So be aware that the path ahead isn't as straight and narrow as maybe you'd like it to be. So as a quick recap, in some cases, this feels to me that maybe you could be in emotional situation or butting heads with people. If it's to do with a business, the business might not be doing too well, or somebody might be trying to take over your position in the business, and you're needing to go through some legal you're going to go through some legalities, and there's a lot of time of confusion ahead. You're going to start to think in new ways, but it is very important not to tell people too much about what's going on in your head, because it could affect the outcome of the legalities. And follow your intuition. In another scenario, your marriage might be in trouble, or your relationship might be in trouble, and there's lots of arguing and fighting between you. It might end up in divorce, or looking at different contracts that you've agreed to between you. Again, following with confusion, not knowing exactly where you're going after all this. Keep your own counsel. Don't tell people about what you're doing, what you're not doing. You don't know who's talking to who. and things like that. And again, follow your intuition, let that guide you rather than your head, because your head isn't in a place that's highly functional at the moment. So do just listen to your gut feeling. About the emotions, we all have them and they're very useful at times, but not when they run our life, because then we're out of control. So if this situation seems insurmountable, look at it like a mountain. You've got one side could be a sheer cliff and you don't know how on earth you're going to climb it. But if you look at it from another angle, go around the other side of the mountain, it could be nice and a gentle path going up, and nice, green grass and a bench or two along the way. It can be a completely different experience. So whatever the situation that you're in here, that's kind of it feels a bit overwhelming, look at it, try and look at it from another perspective, or put yourself in someone else's shoes, and then you'll have an idea of how to not get rid of the emotions, but to use them in a more positive way for a better outcome. It's understanding other people's point of view as well as your own. But the card of achievement is really positive, because you've achieved before, and once you know how to achieve, you can do it again. But these are a bit turbulent times, and there could be some legalities or situations where you really need to put the emotions aside. You really have to, for a better outcome. Because if you drive with your emotions, no good can come of it, because you won't be seeing clearly. You'll be going through the veil of anger or fear or frustration or betrayal or whatever it is. So don't tell people about how you're feeling unless they need to know, and they can be, as you know, they're for you and they will support you and they will be on your side. But do listen to that intuition of yours, and you need a clear head for it to speak clearly. Okay. Before I forget, just what's popped into my head. With intuition, some people think that they're being intuitive. In actual fact, it's their emotions that are talking. So they say, I'm intuitive, but it's actually their emotions. So it's only when we have cut off from our attachment to the outcome of any situation. Once we can stand back from attachment, then our intuition can really speak to us clearly. But when we're attached to the outcome, it's quite possibly our emotions that are talking to us and not our intuition. I just needed to say that. Anyway, I hope that's helped, and I hope to see you again sometime. Okay, bye for now.